Thanks for tuning in to another hour of my show, Volta Unveiled, where we are unveiling Blackened Blue. So let's talk about the past first, shall we? And we'll bring it back into the future. How did the band form?
Well,
how and when?
Me and Matt both went to Penn State, and we were talking one night, and I think it just hit Matt like a ton of bricks. He was like, "Wait, you play guitar, Josh plays guitar, I play drums, let's jam together." And then we did, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, me and Josh have been pretty much best friends since I was 10 and he was 12.
Way back.
And so we'd been friends for a long time and had been in, like, you know, little kid bands growing up. And I've been friends with Bob since high school, 10th grade. And all of a sudden I came home from college one summer, and Bob was really good at the guitar. I'm like, wait, I know someone else who's really good at guitar. You guys should really jam together. So yeah, they started jamming together, and angels started singing, and the heavens opened up, and we decided to start a band. We didn't have a bass player for years.
Actually, the first show we ever played was just the three of us, just drums and two guitars. That was the first show we ever played.
And then my brother turned 16, and you know he had been playing bass for a few years, and by that point he was good enough to hang with pretty much anybody. So we're just like, well, this makes sense.
And we weren't even called Blackened Blue in the beginning. We were called Hindsight.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Hindsight.
That's kind of a cool name, though, too. I like that.
But it was
We liked it a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And then, so, enter Zach at what point?
It was probably about, what, 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Yeah,
06.
4 years.
06.
And that's when we really took off and really started doing stuff.
So, now, was it that at that time, too, that you... How did you form the name of the band? Like, how did you figure out, Black and Blue, that's what we are?
We were thinking about names for probably a solid 2 months straight because we realized we couldn't use Hindsight. We were devastated by that once we cried and got over it. We were trying to think of band names, just going back and forth, and we didn't want to rush it. We wanted to figure it out. I actually was back up at Penn State.
Yeah,
and
me and you were just writing lists and lists of
we
band
were
names.
writing lists, and we were narrowing down like top tens. Like,
Very scientific process.
And then one day I was just I was walking to class. I'll never forget it. And I was just like looked up in the sky, and it just like it wasn't like an epiphany or anything, but I was like I like the color black and I like the color blue, and I don't know, it just came together, and it kind of described like our approach to the music and maybe even the music itself a little bit. So
well, that's a very interesting story. So it comes along then. So you work on songs. How is the writing process for you then as a full band? How do the songs that you have come to be? Who puts what out there first?
Well, usually the guys just come up with a really cool idea, and then we just build off of that. Like, sometimes Zach will have a really cool bass line, or sometimes Bob will just have this, hey guys, check this out. Josh will just play something over top of it, and then before we know it, like, pieces of songs are coming together. We usually write the lyrics last. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way to do it. That's just how we do it. Sometimes Josh will have lyric ideas, and then usually me and him will sit down and write them together. A lot of times I'll write out a whole bunch of stuff, and then we'll bounce it back and forth. Obviously, with Josh being a singer, we really feel like it won't really come out right if he's not 100% on board. So me and him both write the lyrics together. So there's really not one song out there that we both haven't worked on together as far as the lyrics go. So
we fuse our thoughts together to form the final product.
Nice. And just to clarify real quickly, on the CD that you gave me, it was 20/20. Is that correct?
Yeah, getting back to our first band name, Hindsight 2020. It was Hindsight 2020.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because the expression hindsight is always 2020.
Exactly.
So we just kind of kept our old name kind of alive with that song title.
Sweet. And it's a great song, too.
If you look on our website under the Trocadero show, the one we just had on the 31st, there's a picture. It's my favorite because Matt's not in it. But it's me, Josh, and Zach, and we're just caught in this moment. I'm holding my guitar up in the air. There's smoke. There's lights. Zach's like wailing on his bass, and Josh is just singing his brains out. It's an awesome picture.
And Matt's
great.
not in it.
And Matt's not in it. That makes it just so
You can
great.
barely see Matt in the background.
So Matt was there, but he didn't get captured.
Matt was making the ship bounce at the time. So
he was busy.
Aw. Oh, and speaking of, I'm thanks for bringing up the Trocadero there, dude.
The truck.
Because
That's
I wanted
called
to
a
ask you
segue.
about that. Yeah, it is, and we'll be doing a lot
You're
of
welcome.
those. I'm relying on you all night, dude.
Ooh.
The pressure's on. So in any event, the Trocadero, you guys just played that July 31st.
Yes,
And we played in front of 500 people ish.
roughly, yes.
Over
500 people.
500, 550 people.
It was definitely a good turnout.
We invited one of the bands, Silent Sleep,
Yeah,
from Jersey.
yeah. They used to be known as
Fire with
Fire
Fire.
with Fire. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
They're very cool guys.
What's up, guys? If you're
Fire
listening,
with
If
Fire.
you're listening, you guys are awesome.
When I also noticed that you have a lot of pictures up there from the different places that you've played, and going down memory lane, you guys actually got to play at Doc Watson's before it
Oh,
closed.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we
That
like
was a
that
fun
place.
time.
We played there, what, like 3 or 4 times?
yeah, a bunch of times we played there.
Such a cool place.
MMRs.
And now they don't have
local.
bands there, which is totally...
Oh, it's a
terrible.
lame.
Depressing.
Totally
It's such a
sucks.
lame place. They took all the pictures down. They made it into like I don't know, what would you Friendlies. It looks like Friendlies with a bar. You know, it's just it's lame. It's lame, man. Now, what about you, there, Bob?
Well, there's a lot of people that I'd like to say something to. Like, first of all, Jen Kratz, if you're out there,
Yes.
none of this would be possible without you, for sure.
Love you,
So
Jen.
we definitely want to say what's up to Jen. I also want to thank some of my closest friends who are there at every show, helping us lift every amp, helping us pass out every flyer, and helping sell every T-shirt. Like my friend Chuck, like Trevor,
Cole.
Cole's there every time. Ken's the man. Ken helped us do our website. There's Michelle with artwork. There's certain people out there who we would not be able to do half the stuff that we do without them. So I just want to
Sean
say,
Glover.
you guys are awesome. Thanks.
They're like your roadies, your street team.
They're
your-
just
no.
friends who just have our back.
Let's talk about the initial CD that you guys put out.
Brief Moment of Clarity.
Yes, yeah. Let's talk about that for
It
a
was
little minute.
released in 2008. We recorded it at Studio Crash.
We're pretty proud of that album and the quality that we were able to get out of it with just us four and Mike. That was it. There's nothing else.
Takarisu.
Party foul. That wasn't me. That was Matt Ostro. Matt has spilled a beer.
What a D-bag. He spilled the beer.
Bob
Sorry.
did not spill the beer. Matt did.
There's not.
Spilled most of it all over me.
Oh, okay.
It's all over Methodicus.
Oh, you got. I'm not used to you calling him that.
Boo this
Let's
man.
get a round of applause.
I'm going to go find some paper towels. All right.
You do that.
You do that. Clean your mess.
What a loser.
God, what a messy bastard.
Good
they got
news,
that
I
a
found
lot.
coffee filters.
Yeah.
That works. They're absorbent.
So, let's go into another cut off the demo CD. And this is a real wailing rock and roll song.
Which one, The Gamble or Worlds Collide?
Oh, it's definitely Worlds Collide she's talking about.
No, I was talking about the gamble.
Well,
man. Yeah.
Oh, really?
All right.
Funny, here's a funny story about The Gamble. The Gamble was kind of... We actually took a trip to Ohio, but we went and just we recorded the song all in one day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like it was kind of funny because in deciding whether we should actually go do this, we were like, well, this song is about taking a chance. So anyway, we took a gamble and recorded The Gamble.
And Ohio's a beautiful, beautiful state full of very
Absolutely
interesting
Farms.
Interesting nothing.
It's the Midwest. No, wait a minute. What you do have in Ohio is, though, what is it? What's the big thing that people go to Ohio to see all the time?
Rock
All
and
right,
Roll
never
Museum.
mind.
Amish Hall of Fame.
The crystal
Rock
clear
and Roll
water.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There you
Amish
go.
people.
All the pickup trucks that are out there.
Lots and lots of
the
Amish
stars
people.
driving out there.
Nothing.
All right,
Didn't
so
mean to offend you.
we're going to go into the gamble.
Yes, one of my favorites.
Oh.
You know, we also found a great place to practice, too, and I just want to throw that out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We practice at a studio called DNF Studios. It's in Tullytown. If there's a band out there that is looking for a place to jam for a really low price, the studio is awesome. You got to talk to a guy named Bill at DNF Studios.
With that, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. It's been a blast.
It's been a lot of fun.
And so we're going to end this evening with the last cut off of the demo CD, and that is entitled Worlds Collide.
Dude.
Thanks again.
Dude.
Good night.